So I'm one of 3 kids, and another 5, but another story. You're one of 2, right?
Yes, and that's the only story.
Imagine being one of 18 kids.
Wow, that was the case for Carlos Mencia. He's done a lot in film and TV, we know, but the last few years he's worked at connecting with fans more from the stage.
That's right. Carlos, good to see you,
Nice
Mike.
to have you here.
How are you?
When you guys put it like that, I feel like I'm weird.
Why?
One of 18. Who is that crazy person? Oh, that's me.
It's true,
I
right?
know.
That's
18
not
kids,
a
but you have 11
joke.
sisters.
I have 11 sisters and 6 brothers.
And I was going to try to ask you, as you said, ask me when we're on TV, but
Yeah.
how do you connect with all those siblings?
Well, when you're the one that makes the money, it's really easy. They call you repeatedly.
Did they call you before you were famous?
I mean, look, I was always a smart kid, so I'm the one that has a degree and that kind of stuff. So my family was always nice to me in that respect, because they always knew I was going to make some money. But once I started getting on TV, oh my God. And they all have their own way of asking for money.
Right.
You know what I mean? So one of my sisters uses her kids. And I know it's for her because like a 5-year-old will call me up and be like, Uncle Carlos. I'm like, what? Can I borrow $211? And how much, Mom? 32 cents. And I'm like, aw. Then there's my brother Joseph. He'll call me up and be like, I need you to give me $5,000. I'm like, you want me to lend you $5,000? You can call it whatever you want. Call it a loan, all right? Lend me. I'll sign a paper. Like, you know. And then I have 78 nephews and nieces.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys ever do family reunions?
Yeah, but all our family reunions start off really with apologies, right? Sorry, didn't mean to say that. Listen, I was looking out for you, but who you choose to live your life with, that's who you choose to live your life with. I respect that, and I love you. Then somebody brings beer, and then it gets even happier.
Are we related?
I love you so much.
I thought it was going
then
the other
somebody
way.
brings tequila. That's
when it gets nasty.
Yeah,
It's moonshine in my family.
Yeah,
right.
then but somebody brings like tequila from like Mexico, like this this hardcore stuff that nobody can get. Everybody takes a shot, and then it's all of a sudden like, your wife is on.
And then you have more to apologize for next year.
Then all of a
It's
sudden, one
great.
kid walks up and goes, "Hey, we gotta go. Your dad stabbed my dad with a fork." And then everybody
Scattered.
And then everybody scatters because nobody wants to call the cops. You know,
That's
because
how
there's
you know
always
it's
like
over.
4 illegal aliens that I've never met that I don't know how they got in our family because we're all legal. But all of a sudden, it's like, dude, call the cops. No, he doesn't have papers. Who doesn't have papers? Who is that? And all of a sudden, it's one uncle that I've never met. And like, hola, Carlos, acabo de llegar. And I'm like, what? I can just speak English. You know?
He heard about the tequila. He just showed up.
Yeah,
with
he's
the
the one that
tequila.
brought the tequila. It's always that guy.
Hey,
But you're always a smart guy, right, in the
Yeah.
family. So you have a degree?
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Electrical engineering.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you decide comedy was working out for you?
You know what? It wasn't me. Like, I never grew up being funny. I just see situations and I don't grasp them. I don't get them. And my friends were like, the way you look at life is funny. Like, okay, a couple days ago, I had this argument with my brother because he saw this thing called Blackfish. It's a documentary about, you know, SeaWorld. And he was like, and you don't understand? They're mistreating the animals. And I was like, I know. And he's like, why aren't you mad about it? Because they took a whale that lives in the ocean and put him in a pool. Of course that's cruel. Like, well, how did you not know that? You need somebody to... And he's like, but one of the animals killed people. I'm like, which one? The killer whale. I'm like, really? Is that where America's at? We're freaked out that a killer whale kills people? They got to do a documentary about that?
You think.
But that's...
You think.
That's literally what people do.
Right.
Oh my God, a killer whale killed 3 people. There's something wrong. Yeah, there's something wrong with the person that got in the pool with a killer whale. That's what's wrong.
Can I ask you about slimming down? Because
Yes.
I read there was an article from a paper in California that told the story of you getting on a plane, coming to Nebraska,
Yes.
and that was sort of an aha moment for you.
Well,
what
here's what
happened,
happened.
Carlo?
My friend got diabetes. He's about to get his toe amputated. And he's crying. So I said, you okay? He's like, no, nobody was ever there for me. And I was like, I'm always here for you. And I told you were fat, and I told you to lose weight, and you thought I was insensitive, and now look where you're at. And he looked at me, and then they gave him the IV, you know, right before. And he looked at me, and he goes, that's right. You've always been there for me. I'm going to be there for you. You're fat, too. And then I was like, what? It's like that? So I was like, am I fat? So I was on my way to Nebraska. So I called American Airlines at the time, and I said, I want you to put me in a middle seat and make sure there's 2 people next to me. So I waited to be the last one aboard, and in my head, I'm like, I'm gonna find out right now if I'm overweight. So I waited for the plane to board. Last minute, I get on, I walk slowly, I look at the empty seat, and the 2 people see me look at the empty seat, and they went, oh man, and I went, oh my God, I'm fat, I'm fat.
Right. So that was a little.
Oh!
That was the test.
And you lost 70 pounds.
So I lost 70 pounds, yeah. But I could not believe it. Because, you know, I mean, you put it on, well, at least I did. It took me about 10 years to put on that weight.
Yeah.
And it took me about a year to lose it. So
You have kids or anything?
I have 1 kid, but I don't want to have any more because he's smart and he's good looking. And if I have another one, I'm not going to be one of those parents. It's like, they're both just different. I'm going to be that bad dad that's like, why can't you be like your brother Lucas? What's wrong with you? You don't know your ABGQ element of Q's? You know,
Don't
like,
press your luck, right?
But I don't want to be that guy because when you have more than 4 kids, you begin to be honest. Like if there's anybody watching, they have 2 kids, if I ask them which one's a smart one, they would not, they'd be like, oh, they're just different. Once you have 4 kids or more, you're like, which one's the dumb one? Right. Oh, Eric. Oh, that idiot. I don't even ask him to go get me tools. He comes back with a wrench. I didn't ask for a wrench. I asked for pliers. I supply a wrench. He's like, come, you can use it, Daddy. No, I can't. So I grew up with that family. I'm the 17th of 18. Cool, so my parents were really honest. I mean, my parents would literally say stuff like, shh, don't come upstairs. We're going to do it. And I was like, that's disgusting. And my dad would get mad. He'd point at us and go, you don't know we do it? Where are these kids coming from?
Look, Carlos is going to be at the Funny Bone tonight and tomorrow, both 7 o'clock, 10 o'clock shows. FunnyBoneOmaha.com. The Bone phone, 493-8036.
That's right. Carlos, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you
Thank
guys,
you for
man.
coming to
Appreciate it,
Omaha.
Yeah, have a good time in Omaha.